Arnav, if you and Dilip Padgaonkar are going to decide it, then you don't need the government of India. Go ahead. And don't put words into my mouth. I'm not saying anything about Ravi Shankar Prasad or Dilip Padgaonkar. They're in great luxury space where they can say what they want. We have to be a lot more accountable.
So anyone can go on an Indian passport and go and meet Hafiz Saeed, have secret meetings with the ISI.
No one has said that. No one
be on the payrolls of the Pakistani army.
Are you saying it?
And call for hartals in the Kashmir Valley without having any political legitimacy.
What is your recommendation, Arnav? I'll convey that to the government of India. No, so you tell me what is your solution. I'll convey it to the government of India, and we'll do every operation on national TV so that, there is that much great transparency. We don't need to keep anything under shroud. That's fine. If that's the way to operate and you believe that is jurisprudence, we'll go ahead. So tell me, what is your solution?
Can I ask a question? I don't know.
My job is to ask questions. Dilip Padgaonkar wants to respond to that, and I am asking a very legitimate question.
No,
I think Dilip Padgaonkar is responding to you. Yes, please, Mr. Padgaonkar.
No, I am merely requesting Renuka Chaudhary to convey to the government how important it is to consider the recommendations made by the Prime Minister's 5 working groups and the recommendations made by the group of interlocutors. They are all designed for the welfare of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, of all the 3 regions of Jammu and Kashmir. And among the recommendations, there are a few which particularly need to be urgently looked at, and that pertains to the relief and rehabilitation of the Kashmiri Pandits and several others who have had to flee their homes because of endemic violence in the state. So these are things where I think across the board a consensus is possible. They are not really very contentious issues, provided that they are taken up at the level that they need to be taken up, namely in Parliament.
Parliament's coming right.
Fine, I want to ask one last question on this part to Ravi Shankar Prasad. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, I need to unfortunately come back to what you described as my rant about the BJP. During L.K. Advani's tenure as Home Minister, when he was also Deputy Prime Minister, a period in which you held many important portfolios, including Information and Broadcasting Minister, no decisions on mercy petitions were taken. No decisions were taken, including Tamil Nadu state government cleared the death penalty for Rajiv Gandhi's assassins. May I ask you, Mr. Ravi Shankar, why did you lack the nerve? Why did you lack the nerve to move ahead with these decisions? A nerve which the UPA too, in its very last year, seems to have displayed.
Arnav, I'm sorry to say that. Again, this question you have been raising since morning. I have checked up on facts, and your understanding is not correct, including on the killers of Mr. Rajiv Gandhi.
Really?
And may I put a counter question to you? 10 years down the line, has the final decision been taken by the Congress government, led by Sonia ji? Is it not a fact that Sonia Gandhi herself requested that in case of Nalini, her capital punishment ought to be commuted? Come on, these are hard facts. Therefore, to blame us that we chose not to take any decision.
She conveyed her sentiments.
Right. I'm not joining issue, Renuka ji. Try to understand. I'm replying to Mr. Goswami's very eloquent.
No, you are free to join issue, please. Yeah, please don't join issue only with me. Please also join issue with the Congress.
No. I'm only saying if Sonia Gandhi chose to convey her sentiments, let us respect that and leave it at that. But to blame Mr. Advani, who was then the Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister, I have checked up from many sources.
Mr. Prasad, this is the second time you have said leave it at that today.
Mr. Arnav Goswami.
But I will not leave it at that.
No.
I will ask you that the Governor of Tamil Nadu on the 21st of April 2000 accepted the advice of the government. Accordingly, the death sentence of Santan Murugavan and Periyavalan was confirmed on April 28th. The government sent the mercy petitions to the central government, and you did nothing.
No, please, I'm sorry to say that. When you are saying that, I'm only saying that these considerations were there. Something which I don't want to wish to share on national television. But when I'm saying that, believe me, there have been many factors. Don't you know that Priyanka ji herself went to meet some of them in Tamil Nadu jail? Therefore, you are putting everything...
What are you suggesting? Priyanka Gandhi's meeting? No, Priyanka Gandhi meeting, meeting Nalini.
And blaming us for not taking a decision. I can only say you are not correct on fact and the inferences are totally unwarranted. And rest, I know a lot. When I confront you
Mr. Prasad, I'm sorry, I will have to continue my line of questioning, please. My question to you is, Mr. Prasad, a follow-up question to you, Mr. Prasad. A follow-up question to you, Mr. Prasad, is that Priyanka Gandhi met Nalini, if I am not mistaken, during UPA 1, right? What happened in the NDA government between 2000 and 2004 is my question to you, sir.
I am today asking you a question. When I am repeating, you don't ask me many sensitive things. It is now 10 years when the Congress party led is in power. Have they taken a decision? But what I am simply trying to highlight to you is, don't draw adverse inferences against us for not taking a decision about Nalini particularly, which you are trying to highlight. Others were granted. Therefore, when I am saying that or not,
no.
It is a sensitive issue taken that without any political considerations. And no delay.
Sir, I'm sorry, I'm putting that question. Please, let the mystery unfold. I am aware of what's happening in Punjab, that there are clear political considerations that the Shiromani Akali Dal government is afraid of taking action. But I want this mystery solved once and for all. What is happening in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case? Renuka Chaudhary, because the court has said that mala fide factors, political factors, party favoritism, extraneous reasons cannot come in the course of justice. Ravi Shankar Prasad refers to Priyanka Gandhi's meeting on 3 occasions and he leaves it there. Surely, I want a response from you. He's constantly putting it back in your court on why you've not done anything in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. Why don't you reply to him directly, Ms. Chaudhary?
No, there's nothing to reply to him, Arnav. Priyanka going to meet was a personal visit for her for a closure for having lost her father. She didn't understand. Can we please respect that sentiment and leave her?
I'm sorry for interrupting here.
She has nothing to do with the clemency or it has nothing to do with...
I did not wish to object to Priyanka ji's meeting her. That is the inference you are drawing. But since you are grilling me, I thought I must put the record straight.
I have drawn no inference. I have repeated what you have said.
But I did not have any objection to Sonia Gandhi writing or conveying her sentiment, nor did I put any objection to Priyanka Gandhi meeting her.
Neither Sonia Gandhi is writing and expressing
I'm only trying to convey.
Nor the effect of Priyanka going to meet, they're totally different. That was the personal expression of their sentiment and their...
Surely, you are totally right. I agree with you.
Terrible grief that they went to. So that has nothing to do with the bearing on what the judicial process
absolutely.
Is
and they have a right to have these meetings. But my limited point today... My very limited point today, which I would like to raise once again, I'm sure I have your agreement on this, is that with the decision on Afzal Guru, there will be a degree of renewed focus. Dilip Padgaonkar, do you agree? Renewed focus on the Punjab Chief Minister assassination case and the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. That renewed focus is a bit inevitable, isn't it, Mr. Padgaonkar? It's going to be there.
There is bound to be a renewed discussion, renewed focus, primarily because, as several channels have been saying all day today, we need to make sure that the Supreme Court decisions are applied within a certain time frame, that there should be no discrimination as far as death sentences are concerned, that this question of dragging a particular matter for years on end is absolutely unfair to the victims of these killers. So There has to be very soon a discussion in Parliament about amending that particular article of the Constitution to enjoin the government of the day to make it sure
Yes.
that Supreme Court's sentences are carried out within a particular time frame. I think this is the hub of the whole matter is this. We cannot, because there could be a collateral damage to law and order because of other political considerations, hold back the implementation of the Supreme Court sentences. I think that is the real focus of the debate that has to happen very soon in Parliament.
Let's debate that. Let's debate that.
Arnav, can I have a last word?
Let's debate that openly. Yes,
Arnav?
last word to Ravi Shankar Prasad.
Arnav, very two quick points. The assassination of Rajiv Gandhi was indeed very, very unfortunate, condemnable. So was Bayan Singh. But as far as the attack on Indian Parliament was concerned, that was an attack on India. Mr. Padgaonkar has certainly a very valid point. There is a need to have a defined timeline in disposal of clemency applications because the President acts on the aid and advice of the government. You cannot have 7 to 8 years of delay as has happened. One last point which I am really dying to make, Arnav.
Excuse me, I think
some of those gentlemen
India's
who are raising the issue
Prime Minister is equally a national issue. Killing a Prime Minister of India is attacking India.
Yes, maybe you are right, Renuka. Riji, I am not having any dispute on that. Gravity is certainly there.
Yeah.
One last point, Arnav, because I have to go to other channels which I like to highlight is, many organizations have talked of human rights. With Arnav Goswami, nation need to ask, when we talk of human rights, do the victims of terrorist violence and their families have got any human rights?
I totally agree with you.
Thousands of innocent people have been killed.
I cannot agree with you more.
With impunity by terrorists across India. Do their families have human rights or not? Do the families of 5 policemen and 2 watch and ward staff, including a lady constable who was killed, their families have got human rights or not? This issue is equally important, and the nation need to debate this highly one-sided issue of human rights need to be confronted very strongly and very effectively. Thank you, Arnav, for giving me the chance. Thanks a lot.
I'm completely with you. On that, we are with you because some issues are beyond politics, Mr. Prasad. A point very importantly raised. Renuka Chaudhary and Dilip Padgaonkar, stay with us.